stuff and the things in the junk.
You're right. Travis is in my way. You just want to beat me today. You know what? I just think I'm going
Don't be such a crybaby.
I don't feel so good.
Take your own advice.
Okay.
Ooh, a map.
There is a map.
I'm the map.
You were supposed to clean the screen.
You were supposed to clean the screen.
I was supposed to be here early, but shit happened.
Yes, it does.
Just use your posy thing.
No.
I don't
Use your box. No, that sounded weird too. Use your tower. That sounds cool.
Stop while you're ahead.
There's plenty up
Well,
there.
I know, but I only
Everything up
want a
there.
corner.
That's what it says.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
What?
Oh, you wrote
You're
the
live.
word
You can go
behind
ahead
them.
and do whatever you need to do.
I'm aware.
Are you going upstairs?
Not for what you're doing. I have to go work.
Oh.
When
My
you all my
on-call
children
week.
to bring me
Oh,
back.
boo.
Only for a little bit, but I'll be back.
Have my children bring me my Mountain Dew.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, last we left off, you guys made it to this ruined castle in the middle of the Mirror of Dead Men, and discovered that the cult had made it sort of either a way station or some sort of base, and are using the lizard folk of the swamp to act as their cannon fodder. You guys made it into the main entrance and down the causeway into the inner ward, or the outer ward, sorry, which is the main courtyard there in the center of the castle. And cleared out a whole bunch of lizard folk there.
Sorry.
And as combat ends,
That'll teach you to leave faster.
I know.
Can Audrey have a napkin?
Thank
Bring
you.
two.
Bring two. Mommy wants one too.
I love you.
Hell no.
bring 3.
Guys are so hard.
No, ask for the third one. Like that.
Man, if you saw the stairs
Oh, no,
to our
ask for
house,
3
they're
more.
so steep and they're so long. Like this is nothing compared to ours.
So, yeah, you guys fought off a bunch of lizard folk in the courtyard area, and
Fast and Furious style.
that's
over
where we
here.
left off, as Mike smashes the
I forgot.
final lizard and creates a
The big
large
wagon.
spray of gore.
Gore.
What would you guys like to do?
Well, we just did the whole high-fiving and stuff that we ended off with on last week.
No.
I actually remembered my
Congrats.
I was like, wait.
Combat is over.
It would be really
I
bad.
remember. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. I hope you got it the right thing. Make that yourself.
My friend's sister made it for me.
Mine was manufactured.
Little halfling is 2 foot tall.
Ain't
Tiny.
no shame.
And then my boy, he's 5 foot exactly.
Yeah!
But
You
he
need
looks
like
like
five
Thank you!
less
I
than
love
an
you!
identical twin sister.
I was gonna say make it rain.
Like, should we ever meet up with him?
Whatever.
Oh, what was your name again? Like
Your character's name.
Oh, everybody calls me Arco. A-R-K-O.
I'm just updating our player list here.
I don't listen for my real name anymore.
I know. It's mine.
Well then.
Yelling across the house, he doesn't answer.
I know, it's one of them. I feel the same way though. I hardly ever answer to I don't like answering to Vanessa. I don't like answering to Sabrina. I'm like, calling me my real name.
Are you my mom?
Exactly! That's how I feel! Like, my mom doesn't even call me Vanessa. My mom barely calls me Sabria unless I'm in trouble. And then it's the whole name.
I think it's funny that I'm the exact opposite. Everyone calls me by my proper name, but my mom calls me by my nickname, especially if I'm in trouble.
What's your nickname?
Colby.
Oh, no, I'll never do that. That's not weird.
What's my brother's name?
It's sounds more like a pet name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
Goldie?
pet name.
I would think if she
Like-
humanoid
like-
one,
like
that
a
would drive me
like a
nuts.
little bitty
No,
dog.
I'm just
You know.
no. I just mean like a lovey-dovey name that you would call your significant other, like not something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Toby Jack.
Nope. Can't do it. That's awkward.
I don't answer to it unless it's her voice. Anyways,
Yeah.
Work on that.
so what are you guys gonna do?
I don't know what to do.
Okay, so we've cleared all the routes, so I think we should just go ahead and head to the castle. Yeah.
We're in the castle.
No, head up to the main. No, we were in the courtyard.
Yep.
Weren't we? Yeah, we were
You're,
not in the.
you're
castle.
in the main part of the castle, though.
Yeah, we're in the castle by that tower.
Yeah.
We're right here.
Yeah.
Where we just got done fighting.
That's the castle.
Okay. Move your silly things. I can't see. I love your. I
No,
think-
Travis can't see. Give me it.
Mm-hmm.
You just see.
You need to see. There we go. Because I thought we were still more out there. Okay, so we're more in here. Okay.
Yeah, because we came in and then this was the long corridor, and he
The wagon.
barely made the turn with the wagons.
Oh, okay. Can I take some of like the skin of the lizards to make some boots? You're
Is
gonna
that a
skin
thing that
them?
you can do?
Yes.
Are you gonna take the time to
They're
skin
lizard
one of the
people,
lizard
though.
people?
They're like human
Oh, they're like.
kind. They're not like
they're
lizards. They're humanoid lizards. That'd be really gross. Like
That's no different than my elf skin coat.
That's gross. That's gross.
Oh, sure, nobody gets a joke around here.
Babe, what do you need?
I'm a fucking elf. Why would that be not be a? Oh no.
I don't know how to do it.
That's totally my character saying that to you too.
what?
What?
Password for the website.
There's a password for the website.
Red.
He doesn't know how to get into it.
Ow.
That's like one of those tablets where like everything is all locked up.
Karen is the same one. She knows how to do it. Never mind. But I let Kara watch me do a lot of things, so I'm just gonna. Oh my god, this girl. So we're in the car. We're pulling up the courthouse. And she starts singing Missy Elliott. I like died. I was dying. I was all. Probably she's so careful with what I listen to around you. Listen around you. Yeah, I like it.
Our kids listen to Eminem.
She listens to Eminem too. She listens to everything.
All right, so we've got a few doors off on the side.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
There's
Oh,
also
by the way,
one.
if anybody wants a miniature, there's plenty laying around.
Where did Pan get those?
I need to finish making mine.
Where is he?
I started on 0.
So is that an archway or is that a door to the side of the castle or the tower that's in front of us there?
Do we have any idea where he went?
So like on that side of it,
Let's say there's many.
Yeah,
right
is this,
over
Well,
there.
no, these are
this is
Shiloh.
north, right?
yes,
Okay. So the east side of the tower.
I'm blind.
the east side of the tower.
Uh-huh.
That is just an open gateway.
Okay, so it's like an archway.
Yeah.
Then I'll move around there to see if there were any on this side of the tower then.
No, you don't find anything over there. Other than just
Clear back
ruins.
here!
Okay.
It's gonna be a long night, guys.
Is there a door on the tower?
Yeah, as you go around the back, you see the
Mhm.
door to the tower there.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
Is it a door or just a doorway?
It's a door.
I'm going to be a purple fudge dice for right now. Where are we all at?
Yeah, there's a bunch back there.
Is it just like a full ring? Has it got a lock on it? What's
It is. So it's just a wooden iron door with a latch style. So it has like a pull down latch that opens the door. And it is closed currently.
Then I open it. I jump up and grab a hold of the handle.
Do you want some
Um,
little man?
so you
What are you proposing?
There's a way.
you pull on the latch, the door it opens. No problem.
All right.
Oh my god.
What's inside the tower?
Inside the tower, you see. Yeah. Okay. So you see
too big.
like a small version of a great hall inside the tower here.
Small version of a great hall.
Yeah, so it has
What's
a
the
few
scale on
tables
this?
and benches that are seldom used. Each square is 20 feet, so 4 of you can technically fit in each square.
Okay.
Okay, so where are you putting yourself?
Well, I don't have. I'll just use this door. There, I'll be in there.
I guess I'll be.
Wait, let me see the miniatures.
Let me see the miniatures. All right, so I look around in this room.
Thanks, love.
So it's a miniature great hall, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anything of note?
Actually, this one.
Other than the tables and
ago.
benches that
I have
look
this
like
one.
they aren't used, they haven't been used in a long time, you see a set of spiral stairs that lead up to the second floor.
Wonderful. I go running up the stairs.
Okay.
There's dark one. Give me a dark one. So we can tell you.
Do you guys all follow?
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
checking anything else out?
I'm a hunter.
Okay, so you guys are gonna make it up to the second floor. So if that's the case, let's see, is that the mouse
Yeah.
for the TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Please, thank you. Sorry. I'm just going to be a tiny purple dice right now.
There's a dude with a shield that's black kind of thing.
Please?
Please. No, thank you.
Our manners have kind of gone away. Oh, good.
I remember to grab some of my miniatures.
What else you got over there?
There, wizard.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, just put it on
No,
the
we got
table.
the person with the staff. Or a person with a staff. Or not, well, let's see.
I think that was fine.
Maria?
Yeah, the black
That
one was
me?
yours.
Wait, what else you got over there, sweetheart? It's all
We have these two.
No, that's what you That worked out. Okay.
I was gonna say that's
That
his
one's for that
old
one.
man from the
Is it
other
for this
campaign.
Yep.
I have a bow and arrow. Let's just do that one for myself. Can I have my dice back, please?
No.
Thank you.
Of course, it allows us to out on this, so we can't see anything. Anyways, you can just use the same format because it's all the same style, other than the outer courtyard parts. So you're in the main tower right now.
Okay.
With that, so as you head up to the second level, you see.
You should have brought someone that looked like Garland, but it was less.
I know. I was thinking. I was gonna bring all the butter that we have in different flavors so we could try it.
I just remember your strawberry butter for your unsweet donut.
Shut up! I'm
Unsweet
at you.
donut? Oh, she's using one of your maneuvers. Throw a pony.
I was trying to say
Bagel.
bagel. See, I can't remember fucking bagel.
Unsweet though.
Yes, it was. I couldn't remember the word bagel.
Now we call bagels unsweet donuts.
Right? I actually had some unsweet donuts today. Yeah, I know.
They're pretty good.
She understood my drunk brain though, because I was.
What was it, my birthday? It was your birthday party.
Ever been to Einstein's unsweet donuts?
You know you're never gonna live that down now, right?
Nope, it's gonna pop up every year on your birthday as a memory.
Get a box of unsweet donuts. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to. Thank you. Thank you. There's no boxes or any pieces of rifles or that's my.
Okay, so you guys, as you guys go up the stairs, you see what looks like a. It's kind of a mix between a sitting room and an office. A small hearth is along the western wall that provides heat. A writing desk, a large padded chair, and a bench are drawn up near the hearth. Otherwise, the room is largely empty.
Is the is it lit? Is the fireplace lit?
Currently, there is the embers of a fire left.
And I check
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Can I check the writing desk?
Sure.
Nope.
You check the writing desk. Go ahead and roll your investigation. What'd you get on yours, Jesse?
I don't play.
Okay.
21.
21?
Alright.
Other than what seems to be a few like scratch versions of a letter made by all you see is the signature in the letter is DB, and
Busters?
the letters just pertain to like it almost seems like a status update, like we've received the goods, we'll be shipping them out in the next 24 hours.
Maybe go Twitter.
No, you cannot leave.
And it's just like a few scratch versions of those with details just kind of changed around in it a little bit to kind of make it seem more formal, it looks like, as they wrote it out.
I pull out my handkerchief and stop my hands from digging in the soot.
Okay.
So neither exits.
There's stairs leading higher,
There's that's a lot.
and
Of big things from that.
what looks like, at least I believe it goes higher. Yes.
There's another
Um,
over here too.
And a doorway that leads into like the other half of this tower.
I don't know there's no full enough power.
Yeah.
Just go straight USB.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, is the door unlocked?
I am watching from upstairs and chatting.
You can either investigate the
I'm
door to see if
trying to
it's
get back
locked,
on.
or you can try it.
I've got it. Alright.
Yeah,
Man, you're so violent
I
today.
didn't do nothing. I just bumped the shot.
Blinded by the light.
Thank you for taking that.
Anyways,
Thank you.
No worries. So, and I should be back.
I'm just trying to open it.
7:45ish.
Okay. We shall see you soon, Captain.
Does it open?
But I'll be chatting while we sit there.
you open it?
Yeah, I'm
I'll try
attempting to.
Yeah, it opens.
Alright. Go on in.
Okay. You see what looks like a sleeping chamber furnished with a bed, a carpet draped table with a wash basin and grooming supplies, comb, brush, soap, scented waters, and a stool. Rugs cover most of the floor. A raven in a large cage squawks loudly enough to be heard. You would guess probably to most of the outer parts of the castle. Let's see. Just double checking here.
Sounds like, yeah.
Okay. You see a few personal effects laying about, and a strong box at near the bed.
Alright, I flip over the bed.
Flip over the bed.
Mhm.
You see what looks like old, somewhat dried out floorboards.
Hey, nobody hiding under here.
Run out of the room and up the stairs.
Okay.
What did you say?
I think he said there's no one hiding in here, and then he like left.
Okay.
Are you guys checking anything out before you guys follow him?
So all he checked was under the bed and.
He threw the bed
Yeah,
completely over.
I didn't
Well,
check.
yeah.
Nope.
And what else was in there?
A box.
Bunch of personal stuff in a lockbox,
Shut the block box.
like a strong box.
I'll help you.
You said there's a raven in the room?
There is a raven that's currently squawking in one of the bird cages in the room.
Can we talk to it?
I'm gonna try
I
to
was
lock
gonna
the
say
cage.
anybody want to ask us some
Who
questions?
has like, not sleight of hand.
Who do I have?
Does someone have lockpicks or something?
Moat does.
You know
Moat's
what?
not here to do it.
I know.
Thieves tools. You have these
Well,
tools?
then she does.
She does. Roll it. What do you want her to roll?
I don't know what I.
What do you want?
What would you like to do?
Open the box.
Okay,
What's in
so
the box?
roll your sleight of hand.
I'm going to pet the raven.
You're gonna
I'm
pet the raven?
Yep.
So you're gonna open the cage and try and pet it? Alright. Roll me an animal handling check.
Reroll. Animal handling. 15.
What is
15?
15. Hold on. That's what her big.
20 not
So
natural.
20 for Nessa.
20 for unlocking it. Yes, you are able to unlock the strong box.
What's in that?
And
I rolled a 20 not natural.
It's not what I
you're
do.
able to keep it calm and calm it down from squawking anymore, and it hops onto your hand to let you pet it.
Yes.
What's in the box?
I
Now-
don't know. I don't.
You find 200 gold pieces,
Okay.
200 silver pieces,
Okay. In the box?
yes,
Take it.
and
Well, I was standing with her. I was standing with her. That's why I was like, open the box.
you find
You want us to put that in the party? For the party? Just the 200 gold pieces in our hand?
either one person logs it, or you guys are going to be
Well, since Christian
divvying it out how you wish. Depends on you.
Just write it on the side and give it to Chris.
Yeah. Okay, what was it again?
200 gold.
200 gold,
Okay.
200 silver,
200 silver.
10 precious stones worth 100 gold each,
10 stones. 100 gold. Okay.
and that is it.
Okay. Daddy. Daddy. Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's sitting there half the move.
Just
Well,
did
there-
the same thing.
Is anybody else following up the stairs while they're doing this stuff with the strong boxes?
Is there only the one strong box or another?
There's one strong box, but it takes you guys a couple of minutes to do this, so that's why I need to know if anybody else is following up the stairs at that same moment. You would be? Okay.
Do we have any questions to ask the Raven?
I currently have it in my hand.
Are you just taking it with you?
Yep.
Cool.
Do you
Okay.
have your card out to talk to it, or can you just talk to it?
No, I can.
Okay, because I don't have my card out. I'd have to turn into a bird and ask these questions and then turn back into a human and tell you.
I've got speaker down.
Okay.
It's a raven. I took it. No shame.
I'm taking it as Raven.
Okay. Jorgen,
Whoa. Yeah.
as you run up the stairs, you notice, a long tapering contraption that's pointed slightly up toward the sky. That's roughly 6 to 7 feet long.
Neat. Right here.
And let's see, I'm just trying to see if there's any other stuff in here. You also notice that there are 4 stone figures along the sides of this, so it seems like a dome inside this top of this tower.
Mm-hmm.
That are recessed like into the stone supports that arch over. So there's 4, one on each of these pillars. And as you step onto the main floorboards from the stairs, you notice that these 4 statues, you see slight cracks start to appear in the joints, and you see all 4 leap down from these perches they were on, and ready to strike you, and begin advancing on.
Hello, friend or foe?
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna go see what this is about.
They don't say a word to you, but I need you to roll initiative.
9.
And everyone else can roll initiative if they wish, if they're going to be joining in on this.
Yeah, I mean, eventually we'll roll
Yeah.
19,
Well,
20,
eventually.
21.
Oh. Will someone roll for Christian?
Yes.
I would roll, but he'd get a very low initiative.
All of your magical dice and none of them work
I
well?
was gonna say I rolled.
They work when they're needed.
Oh, what'd you roll?
I rolled his middle max.
Initiative is
What
not one.
what'd you get?
He has a 0 to his initiative. What the hell? The hell, Chris?
His
No,
is-
you shit. So, what did you roll for him?
5.
Okay, I rolled a 1. What about yours? That's my.
It's not in the alphabet order.
I
it's
rolled an
supposed to be,
8.
so let me see where it is.
So,
For him.
so we all rolled pretty shitty.
It's better than mine. I rolled a 1 for me.
Chris, we love you. Maybe.
There it is.
Kinda.
That's
I don't know
what
yet.
Poke all the things with a stick.
4 of those.
Okay.
All right.
So
See
we're
here.
4 what?
4 of these.
Gargoyle!
Oh, lordy.
Oh, cute.
You're adorable. Yeah.
Okay.
He's all just don't kill me.
All
Oh, he
right.
said?
Yeah.
Your
Don't kill you.
initiative doesn't ever change, does it?
Not unless your dex changes,
Yeah.
or you get a feat or a what is it? A feat or a
That was an item.
item, I think that does. Yeah. Or a class ability can do it. All right, 25 to 20.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait a second, what? 21.
Okay. $20 to 15.
We'll just blast everything with your spell. Fine.
What'd you get? 18. All right, 15 to 10.
14.
Ten to 5.
Oh, I got a 9.
Got a 9. Okay.
A 5.
You got a 5?
No, Crystal.
Oh, Chris did.
I thought we were going. Who's the higher one between the three of us? I thought it was 8.
Yes, I don't even
Either
know.
way, he's at the bottom.
No, there's no me.
Oh.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh my.
I always roll 1 for initiative. Shyla rolls way better. She rolls nat 20 for initiative, and he rolls crit fail. It's fine.
Because of the burn.
Do.
Did you say bird or bird?
Burn.
Bird.
Okay.
Bird. I heard that now.
Don't roll.
At this point, when he's about to go into combat with these gargoyles, I'm going to say, you are going to have to miss. So you and Nessa and Pan have to miss 1 turn.
That's okay.
So
Because we were still.
because
down
you're
the
still
lock
doing
box.
your stuff with the lockboxes
Oh,
and the Raven.
Understand.
Anybody else will hear the combat and will be able to react fast enough. So Bria loses the turn for this round. Sapphire.
How many of them are there?
There are 4 that are currently in this top of this tower, which is roughly 40 feet wide.
What are they? Gargoyle. Oh, perfect.
He accepted the initiative roll.
It's 5.
He would have been
Since
insane.
Since I'm missing a turn, can I go smoke?
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Probably
and
leave the door
Thunder
open so you
Wave.
can hear when your turn comes up.
Leave the door open and go.
I said that I want to run
It's
into
awkward.
them and do Thunder Wave.
Okay. With your Thunder Wave, you can hit one. So, whichever one you want to pick. Closest one?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. So you have to make a con save for Thunder Wave?
Yes.
That's a 7. That fails. So it has to go against your DC.
Oh, so
He's got it, yeah.
you have to get a 14 or higher to beat myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
To roll your damage?
Yes.
There's 13? Yeah, because if they're not supervised, they can only be on the deck. Unless they're being supervised. Alright. Is that your turn?
I think so.
Mostly just so they don't dig at my fence if the neighboring
move,
dog's out.
But, oh no, you moved because you moved up into the
Yes, I
room
moved
and
up.
then you thunder wave.
Yeah.
You're done.
Alright, Mike.
I'll move to the closest one.
Okay, that'll be like right up on the, like, as you get up the stairs, it'll be the one to the right.
Whichever one I can smack with that.
She just thunder waved it as you were running in.
Okay, well, then I'll go for it.
Okay.
29?
That hits.
So he like hits it with a hammer and
No,
I
any number
throw it
but
at the
that
same
one.
time.
Roughly. Like your thunder wave goes off right as he's entering the combat range. So you don't hit him with it. 18 points of damage.
Attack again. $16.
16 hits.
That's a hammer.
Uh, 19.
19. Alright. Right, Travis.
fool. I'm going to cast a moonbeam
Okay.
at a higher level. It's a 2 level 2. Cast it on level 3. So,
See a streak of moonlight come out of the daylight that's already in here.
Oh, because that made sense. I was like, wait, what are you doing?
it's just a confusion.
If you're reaching in, it's fine.
Does it have to roll to dodge? What does it have to do?
It has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You said there's 4 of them, so
There's 4. Which one did you want to cast it on?
one of them has been damaged already. I guess.
There's only one that's been damaged right now.
Okay, then I'll cast it on that one.
Okay.
All trying to
Con
one
save.
guard.
19.
Oh yeah, it definitely saves.
Okay.
But I have to roll, so it takes half, I guess.
Yeah, so roll your normal damage and then have it.
I saw that nose booth.
Because I reached over and I moved her and it was
She won't bite you.
So 28, so 14.
14?
I'm looking at apartments, and does it say these ones must be brand new because it says availabilities are all available now. They're all 3 bedrooms. Well, there's not that many 3 bedrooms available, but it's like a whole entire complex.
Alright. Nessa skips her turn.
Well, it's riverfront. It's just right
Nick.
off 39th, but
It's your turn now.
right, they're fools now.
Render. Oh.
Alright, I charge to the farthest one.
Okay.
I can berserk it, but reaction, whatever it's called.
Great.
Yeah.
It's either a free action or a bonus action for the first time.
What are you now too? God,
What the
Travis!
hell is that?
Alright, so I will
You be late.
rage. Well, I was getting ready to ask if I could get to the other one, but
Yeah,
I could
there's
run
you got plenty
all the
of
way
speed.
across this.
You could do like a full circle
Yeah.
easily.
Okay, so
With your flash-like
Need a D20?
speed.
nah, I got it now.
I was gonna say, I rolled back.
Well, I've got mine in here, but I forgot that I can make 2 attacks. Okay, so then I will the farthest one away from everybody else. Go charging up to him. Let's see here. An 18 is my worst one.
Yeah, you hit with both of them.
Alright, so it's gonna be 21 with one of them. And 25 with the second one.
All right.
And now he's marked as the enemy because I have the ancestral spirits. You know, they're teabagging him now.
Yes, they are. All right, gargoyles' turns. They,
Aww.
The one that's
seeing how quickly you are to just jump right on their business.
Hold up.
the one that's in my movie also takes damage at the start of his turn.
Okay.
So, just throwing that
What's
out
it
there.
take?
He
Since
has
it's
to
the
make
start
a
of its turn.
Constitution saving throw again.
That's a 9.
Doesn't save this time.
Okay.
17.
17.
All the tea bags.
Okay.
So I'm an ancestral defender as my barbarian. So when I attack, the first person I attack, they get marked, and spirit defenders come out and start harassing them and make it hard for them to hit anybody else besides me. And so it's described as them coming around trying to teabag the people. Well, it beats.
I'm like super laggy.
Yeah.
All right. So now on their turn, they are all going to take flight, and they're going to like almost
Yeah, you guys
synchronize.
just barely
They
sat
turn
down.
about 90 degrees in this whole area, and
Are
then
you really that laggy too?
swoop down to make
I'm
attacks.
always that lucky though.
So, let's see.
So you go in, like, the second level is like
One is going to take us. One's going to take us. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to try and bite. One of it's going to try and bite and claw at Sapphire.
Triton Heights.
Okay.
It's over. It's like 45th.
Okay, the
4500.
bite
45th
gets a
and, like,
natural
50.
20. The claws
Yeah.
miss. Unless you have a 9 for your AC.
Top no. First page.
Okay, so the bite does 10 points of piercing damage to you. But the claws miss.
That's not the one that I hit, right?
That one is the one she hit. Not you.
Y'all's mad at me.
Let's see. The next one. Is going to go after Mike with a bite and a claw. That is a 10 and a 19.
Nope.
Okay. So they both miss.
Sorry.
Third one is going to swing back and attack Nick. That's a 11. And a natural 1.
I think they missed.
They miss.
I don't think they got anywhere close to me.
And then the last one
At you and spiraling off.
is, as it's circling around, is going to take a swing at Travis. Natural 1 on the bite, and a 19 on the claws.
He just bites himself. No,
He
he
bit
definitely
his
got-
stone lip.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he definitely got the 19.
Okay, you take 5 points of slashing damage.
No, I hurt.
And as they finish their turn, they are about 20 feet in the air. Kind of near where their perches were.
They're flying now.
And now it is Christian's turn.
You're going to miss, you're going to miss, you're going to miss, and you're going to miss. Alright then.
How mean.
That's what he said.
I think that he would probably like, I don't know.
He's probably going to summon his sword,
Yeah.
and that would be his turn.
Done.
Because that's an action.
Okay, sort of.
And probably move up into the room.
Yep. Sounds good.
Maybe.
The fuck?
You're a demon child.
All three of them.
Well, because you don't know which one it is.
That's definitely Cleo.
Now I'll start laughing at this just deeper,
Ugh,
deeper,
ugh,
deeper.
ugh,
Like, oh my god.
If Charlie started doing that, I'd be like, child, are you
So it's
possessed?
gonna-
Do we
I'm
need
gonna
to go
say
see
he's
a
gonna
witch
hex
doctor?
them.
Hunter laughs in his sleep.
Okay.
One night he screamed ducky.
Or
no,
and
he
he is
screamed
going to
quack.
make it.
Is he playing Goose Game in his brain? What is he? Punk.
He was completely. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was gonna.
He's going
Oh,
to do
He was completely.
disadvantage on
Apparently I sleepwalk a
Dex.
lot. We're used to it.
I would tell you that with that.
Okay.
I think.
I used to
think
sleepwalk
it's
when I was
different.
6.
I would tell you.
Alright, Jesse.
I'm still with the bird because I missed round.
You miss your turn for this round. Okay, top of the round, Bria.
So, I'm assuming they would have come upstairs by now. Yeah.
You had just finished looting everything, and now you
Walking
can
up?
head up the stairs.
What is, like, okay, so, you said, like, a few of them were thrown against the wall, right?
No.
No? Why are they thrown against the wall? How come I missed that?
They're flying now.
Oh,
They're
they're
all flying.
around. Okay, okay.
They're flying, and like you can see where their perches were, and they're like in between their perches
Okay.
in the open space there.
So I should be able to see one, like, okay. Black.
You can see 4 of them.
Okay. Let's cast Guiding Bolt. Well, let's cast it as a level 2.
Okay.
Raise
So I'll just go off of it right now. Number 1, from where the stairs vantage point is, number 1 is to the right, number 2 is straight ahead, number 3 is to the left, and number 4 is about right above you.
Let's go for the one right above.
Okay. Roll your spell attack. 16 to hit. That hits.
One more. Give me one more.
points of damage. Okay. Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly how I figured it.
Sapphire, you're up.
Ray of Frost on the closest.
So the one that attacked you, they're about equidistant right now. So number 1 is the one you attacked first.
It attacked me.
Okay.
Face it.
You make an attack roll. There's a spell attack roll.
On your spell page, you've got your attack bonus that you roll with.
Doesn't even fall.
Yes.
There's something wrong.
No. 9.
9. Fortunately, it streaks past and hits the stonework of one of the pillars.
No. But you can move.
Takes an action to cast, doesn't it?
If you wanted to spend, now you already spent 2 of your 5 points. You spend another 2 to quicken one. But yeah, but that's how you were able to cast 2 of them.
So is that it for your turn? Okay, Mike.
All 4 of them still alive?
They're all about 20 feet in the air. Good. They can fly.
Let's all just try to hit them with one of us. Since I can't jump 20 feet in the air.
Damn, I was hoping he was going to throw his hand.
Well, I could, because it would
Through the roof.
fall back down. All I have to do is start to a point of impact.
North camera room. It's like a boomerang.
How close together are they?
Well, you're in a 40 by 40, like, domed top of this tower. And they're about 20 feet up, right where their perches are, about midway up the dome. And just to be aware, other than the 4 stone pillars that aren't like curve up into a single point in the middle, all of the openings around are like stained glass that are on sliders to move and open.
I gotta.
Got flat left.
Get it as bad as you want.
Blunderbuss them?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one I was attacking before.
Okay.
Oh, it moved. It was on 20. I was like, 19.
19? 19 hits.
All these dice you can never find. I always find a
I used to
percentage,
never
but not
do
a
for a
regular.
while.
You can just roll a percentage and take the 0 off.
1.10, yes. Can I put them?
Okay.
Oh my god, come on.
Suit yourself.
That's the only thing I can find whether it's top that.
What at home? The GPS tracking device can do. How would you do that? Make room for the tuna!
Make room for the
No, I meant to roll it near
I can have my rocket pool. Why do you have to make room for the tuna?
6 points of damage.
Maybe blunderbuss is not as strong as the other.
Okay, roll me your percentage dice.
Can I go grab
20.
something from the car?
With the
Yeah.
you need the D10 too.
Oh.
Is Kiara out? Hold up. Is Kiara outside?
Yes.
Tell me her little.
25.
Never mind.
25.
Hold on, you need the keys, honey. She needs to go get the owl from the car before it gets too dark. You know what we're talking about. Be careful, don't spill. Oh, you almost spilled his drink. Sorry for the breach. Here, it's like family, so it's just gonna reach in.
One of the panes of glass.
You've been accepted.
Right. So it's the one to the
We locked her out.
south.
Well, sometimes if you close it too hard, it locks on its own.
Completely shatters and falls in. I'm going to need. Where are you guys positioned? I'm going to need Mike and Sapphire to roll me a dexterity save. 10? Okay. Okay. You both take 2 points of piercing damage from glass shards falling on you. Okay. Travis.
How long do these rounds last? Because my concentration on the spell up to a minute.
As we finish a whole round, it's 6 seconds.
Oh shit, okay, so my moonbeam keep going
If
then?
it goes for a minute, then you have 6 rounds. Well, 10 rounds, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna move my moonbeam over to the one that attacked me.
Okay.
So, I'll move my
So
action
back over to that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hopefully they fly through it.
Oh, hello, guys.
Yeah, legitimately, she was locked outside.
Ooh.
Kiara?
If you close it too hard, it locks on its own.
I know.
If you could figure out how to open
Alright. Doing anything else for your turn?
So does it hit it?
When you guys
So
start
does he have to roll a con?
Travis,
So this is your last video?
What?
Huh?
When you move it, you can just move it.
So you're
Does it have to roll a con save where if it goes in the, if it enters it again?
Travis, come hither. I don't fight.
That's 18.
I need to
Yeah,
find
makes
one
sense.
of yours.
I'm telling you, she's moving.
Ouch.
What'd you guys get?
Half of 15.
Same thing.
Triple A again.
Keto friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Without all the good stuff.
Nessa.
I have a
We
question.
just like
Before we do anything. So, now learning from his campaign about, like, which animals I can and cannot turn into, I can't turn into, like, does that apply to this too? Because I've been doing it
the
all
challenge rating as well.
What level are you in this
We're
campaign?
5.
So you could transform into higher level stuff now.
only at 2.5.
Yeah, half your level. So,
No.
oh, because you're a different. You went the druid of the moon in this one, which lets you transform into stronger beasts. The rules are a little different for that build.
Oh, okay, so it's okay that I've been doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, then I want to turn into a giant eagle.
Okay.
Will I fit in
a
there?
small room?
Will I fit in there?
Your wingspan is roughly half the room.
Would I be able to still do things if I turn into a giant eagle?
Flying would be difficult.
Oh, well, if it's that small, I can just turn into a giant spider.
Yeah, that means that you can do a giant spider and use web to knock him down to the ground, and then I can hit him with my hammer.
Okay.
That's
You're a giant
action,
spider. No, it's bonus action for Moon, isn't it?
though. Oh. Isn't it? Yeah, it is bonus action for Moon, isn't it?
It wasn't in there. I put it in there. It's not in there anymore.
What are you looking for?
The owl.
Down here?
Next time I take break, I will go.
I'm pretty sure it has.
I thought you guys gave it to her. I think Hunter gave it to her.
I don't know what owl you're talking about. There's
Yes,
no
just
stuff
ask,
on my car.
ask Hunter, because Hunter gave it to her.
Okay.
Did you lock it?
Yes.
You heard the beep?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I'm
Hunter
pretty sure
gave it
there's
to
no
her.
stuff down on my car.
No, we know what's up.
We know what we're talking about. I think Hunter gave it to her. Ask Hunter if
I'm
you did.
pretty sure it's our owl.
Yeah, it's her owl that she goes to their
So
house.
I'm rolling.
Yes.
Where's Louise? Upstairs.
Yes, I put it somewhere up there.
I don't know. What am I rolling for?
I 100%
Well,
thought
you
I'm
just-
like,
your bonus
what?
action turned into a giant spider. What do you want to do now that you're a giant spider?
I want to shoot a spider web at it.
Okay,
That's
so
what
so you want to use the
Which one are you going after?
She came down, she's like,
One,
where's
two,
the
three,
weed?
four.
We both heard,
Web
where's
is
the
an
weed?
action.
I heard that as well.
You were definitely.
Which
like,
one are
10.
you going after?
Whatever's closest.
So there's the one that everyone's been attacking, other than Jorgen,
I'll be honest, I kind of want to.
and so that one's number one, which is to the south. Then there's number 2 that's furthest away. Number 3 that Jorgen's been fighting with. So you can see some little misty spirits of barbarians currently accosting it. And there's one right above you.
I have a range of 30 to 60 feet, so I'm gonna do one that I'm gonna do the one that he's been trying to.
That Nick's been trying to kill? Okay.
Yes. So excited.
plus 5.
We're gonna have a big old cheat day.
21.
How much?
21.
21 hits?
I think it.
So it's just a web attack, so they just have to do DC 12 strength check. Or no, that's just to get out of it, isn't it? Or does that count on?
It doesn't count on initial hit. It's on its turn that it can do the strength check to break it.
Can I get my nails
So
done?
on hit, target is restrained by webbing.
What? You guys send me that email. I've spent.
That's all she can do, right? Because that's counts as her action.
Other than move.
It's been
A little bit more.
Like climb up the wall or something.
Okay.
I used to be irresponsible in my first
With restraint, do you lose the ability to fly? I can't remember.
Wait, what?
With restrained, do you lose the ability to fly?
Oh,
Or is
Yeah.
it just that your
I
movement
think you
is
lose
zero?
your doesn't your movement isn't it reduced to 0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it plummets to the ground.
It doesn't like get
Well, no, because you're just like you're
I'll get,
spinning
like-
a web up. It like goes up and like bounces around.
okay, it's like I'm cartoon.
It's fine.
I'm Spider Druid.
He's wearing like an outfit. This will actually look like
I just thought of the Dracula girl from like that old Scooby-Doo movie. The
Right.
Halloween.
All right.
School.
It is back on the ground. Okay. Nick, you're up.
Question real quick. So if the target is web,
Mm-hmm.
on here it's saying that it's a vulnerability to fire.
The web has a vulnerability to fire.
The what?
The
The
web
web
has a
has
The web, but
vulnerability
not
to
the
fire.
creature.
Right.
Yeah, the web
No.
can catch fire.
Okay. Well, and then it just on here it says immunity to bludgeoning, poison, and psychic damage. So as long as I'm like hitting him in the head or something, I still hit him. I'm not technically attacking the web.
It's immune to bludgeoning damage, which means you cannot affect the web by hitting it with your hammer.
No, that's good.
I mean,
But if your hammer does any elemental damage that it's not immune to, it will do it to the web.
Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed that effect. So.
Just letting you know. Like he has flaming axe. He has a flaming axe. So your flaming axe would technically affect the web.
Or my flaming
Well,
mace.
well, that
Makes
says
sense,
it's
though.
vulnerable. to fire.
Yeah.
Or invulnerable. No. An ability to fire.
which means it does double damage. Anyways, it's your turn, Nick.
Yeah, but it's still on the ground, so he can still hit it now.
They're all in there. Oh, wait, no, here comes one now.
You
Hits
just
the ground.
you just saw another nature wizard
Yes, the crazy nature wizards.
turn into a spider and knock the
there's another one that's
gargoyle
playing
out
with
of the sky.
moonbeams and stuff, and surrounded by them. Anyways, the one that she just dropped to the ground, I'll go over and attack it.
Okay.
Advantage on attack attack.
Yep.
So that's going to be well, it's higher than the last one that hit.
What?
24.
I can't.
24 hit.
Alright,
So hit on the first one.
Fight.
Natural 20 on the second one.
Okay. So you can either roll double dice,
You don't know
and
me.
then
I would worry more
Take
about
it
the
as a
fight.
total, plus your modifier, or you can roll your dice
Why would you worry
times
more about
2
him
plus your
biting
modifier.
than me? I bite.
I know I
So the
did
first
fight.
attack
Oh,
did
Hi, Twitch. How you doing?
20?
20.
Okay.
And the second one.
Like, we know we can't do this here.
Oh, that was fun.
I can all not.
We did.
34 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
What the fuck, man?
Huh?
Oh, it's on the ground.
We'll do another
No,
one.
but
It's a barbarian.
I know, but like
That was a crit.
I don't understand.
We
Like
found a much better
you're
place.
rolling d6s
Because he does
D8s.
fire damage plus the
Oh, okay.
melee damage.
I got you. I just saw him do that earlier too, and then like he's rolling like d4s, d6s, like.
Wait till next while I hold a whole handful of dice.
How would you like to flourish your kill?
Not right.
Well,
Turn
he's
it on, people are getting
a
sunburned.
stone creature, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, he's made of stone. He's all bound up in this web, trying to break out.
That lantern up above you, like looking at things like
Exploded.
really close.
You know, fiery stoniness.
Okay. You just see an eruption of stone and flame
Working on something.
as he cleaves it clean. Alright. Gargoyle's turns. The one that's in the moonbeam has to roll for it, right?
Yep.
That's gonna be a 7.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take damage now.
It's going to hurt.
2. No, I'm just kidding. 26.
26.
It's gonna take damage.
Okay, your moonbeam just scatters what's left of it
Woo, we
to the
got one.
ground.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back with one of the bite.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that one's down. Okay. Alright.
So that's what it's like to laze a stick of dynamite.
So the one here is going to. It's going to come down against Jorgen. First attack is a 6. And second attack is a 13. It just like flies by.
I thought you had time to play with me. Come on now.
I start reciting battle poetry.
Did it like swoop in to attack him and
Yeah.
miss?
Yeah.
Does it technically provoke an attack? Opportunity? No, it's still in his threatened square. Okay. I don't know if he was like swooping by or. You know how much I like those rolls. I'll always call them out. Yep.
My version of stone.
One of its abilities is to be able to negate an opportunity attack that's swooping in the air.
That's oddly specific.
It's an air monk. Air.
So, let's see. The second one is going to. It's going to go after Travis's character.
Not him all.
10 to hit with the bite, and 8 to hit with the claws because I'm rolling like crap.
Oh yeah, that's a hook.
Okay, it's Chris's turn.
Is he not here tonight?
He's upstairs.
He's gonna Eldritch Blast the one that he hexed. Is there anything else? Nope, just evil laughing all the time.
Yep.
Jerk. Alright. Let's see here. It's gonna miss.
I must still think.
Is that
Yeah,
Christian?
he misses
You
with the
watching
Eldritch
stream?
Blast.
He's a little bitch.
Yeah.
Did you say something? Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, my insult will take like 30-40 seconds to get to it.
Give you time to run.
And the the western window shatters from the Eldritch Blast.
There's only one left.
There's nobody over there, so it's not going to do anything.
No, I know. There's only one guard over there.
Two.
Two.
Yep. One has a soft yellowish glow against like its side, and then the other one hasn't even touched it.
Hey guys, what is it?
Everything. All of it.
Jesse, your turn.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I guess I go through the raven on my shoulder and I go upstairs.
Okay.
And I see the two gargoyles, so I'm going to.
The raven starts pecking at your hair.
Okay. I just figured that it's, my lady's trying to tell me something. So I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at one of them.
So there's one that's currently right above you, and there's one that's on the far end of this stone.
Oh, for the far end.
Okay.
And he has to make a.
Dex save.
Yes.
That is a 9.
Okay, then.
Oh my god.
And so it's gonna take 1d8 radiant damage.
Thank you.
You having an intimate night with you?
No, it was also for the grouch, actually.
Oh wow!
Takes 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
That was awesome. You know it.
Doesn't seem to do much to it. Little
Where's
scuff
your god
against the
now?
stone surface.
She's right here.
All right. Top of the round again, Bria.
So, the one that's still above me, the one that's there's still
Nobody has hit it, so your guiding bolt's still active.
like, wait a second. Did you not get it?
You set up your own crit? Is that what's about to happen?
Yes.
No, you didn't take advantage. Did you not? Did that
No,
not
I
hit?
went to the one that's far.
Oh, I was like, did you not hit it? Because you shouldn't have taken advantage on that.
No, because you went after the one that was on the far end.
Oh.
I also did Sacred Flame.
Let's do it again.
Don't you have advantage?
Well, you have advantage though.
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
Are you using guiding bolt again? Okay.
It's a really guided bolt.
It's a really good bolt.
A guided bolt with a guidance.
Oh, it hits, I'm sure. That's a 15 on the die.
Yeah, that hits.
Ah! 14.
14? Okay. Do your turn.
I mean, it doesn't have thunder.
Sapphire, you're up. The one right above the stairs or the one on the far end? Okay. Roll your attack.
Dang!
Double damage.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh yeah,
No, how many crits you got that one time?
like 3 on his very
So
first
for
session.
the whole- do I roll 4 of them, or do I
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you roll week 2.
Two? Okay.
So you'll roll. You can either roll 2 and multiply it by 2, or you can roll 2 and then roll it again.
It was so funny because I
It's up
was
to you.
listening and like when you finally rolled 10, he's like, "Hey, there's double digits on this guy." Because he was always rolling 1
14?
on the tape.
Have you ever seen the show Undaunted?
Yeah.
Did you see the episode where they were all playing?
Yeah.
I love that it
They-
turned
they
into
can-
a thing the rest of the season.
Have you seen the series finale?
All right, Mike. Yep.
I'll just shoot it with blunderbuss.
Shot put your hammer.
Which one?
We tried to make him do that the last time.
Okay, you have advantage on the attack.
It was the same number.
Way to go.
22.
That hits.
I mean, regardless of it.
He just wanted to see if he got the crit.
He's like a mess thing.
10 points damage. All right. Travis.
I'm gonna move my moonbeam to the one above the stairs. That one's still there?
Yep.
No, I'm not. Are there people standing over there?
Around it, yeah.
Around it? Okay, no, I'm gonna go for the other one.
Okay.
I don't want to just, not my entire target.
Why not?
Just melt them with the rays of the moon.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm like, oh, well, I'm not doing it.
Come on, Puck, let's go.
I guess we continue with the truth. Okay, yeah, that's the one.
But think of the
Yeah.
experience points you'd get.
Right.
Everybody's like 5th level.
Right?
You'd
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
up easily if you killed somebody.
I'm gonna loot all their bodies now.
Hey, calm down.
I'll just keep it at the same difficulty as having a party of 10.
Yes, you screwed.
Take on 20 cultists in just a little while.
Chump change.
Alright, so. I'm gonna, drop the one on the opposite side.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw?
That's
I'm
a
only-
12.
Oh, this is.
Fail! Time for some damage. Oop, that goes one.
19. Alright.
Finishing up something?
Working on call.
Oh.
He is.
On
He's
call.
upstairs in the office, just working in the office. Because he's got his computer's here.
He's just got work stuff to do. But he does it remotely, so.
Where's your guy?
Alright, let's see here.
Drop the pockets.
Oh, this is 7:45.
Nessa.
Maybe it was more complicated.
Is there how many of left?
One right above the stairs, and there's one on the far end.
I want to try and find the one over there as well.
Okay?
5 more
Oh,
minutes.
he's
yeah.
on a call and
Yeah,
it's
he's on a
late.
call. Yeah.
That one person calling on the left.
Well, me too.
12 misses. It kind of drops and curves back as the web shoots past it into the glass.
Oh no! What is with all the glass breaking?
Well, he shot one, and Chris hit one with an eldritch blast, but your web just plops against it.
Oh, I
Doesn't break. Alright. Nick.
Alright. I can't get to any of these people.
Who's down here is injured? Anybody visibly injured?
No, she took some damage.
Yeah, I've got a lot of emotional damage.
Alright. Since I can't do that, I don't know if I play with you. I mean, I touch you. I mean, not that inappropriately. I mean, they are healing hands after all. But they glow blue.
Cure wounds.
Trust him, he's a doctor.
What?
Trust him, he's a shaman.
Oh.
I'm a barbarian. That's why I keep doing battle
Poetry. That's my focus.
He just likes touching the
Please
lake.
cure wounds.
There's actually a question mark in his class name too. Barbarian?
Cure wounds is what, 1d8
Oh, here we go, I got
plus your wisdom modifier?
So Cure Wounds is D8 plus the spellcasting ability modifier.
What is it for barbs?
Charisma.
Charisma.
She's already got one.
What?
The one gargoyle in the moonbeam,
What?
He's playing.
Oh.
he rolled a 15.
Gonna try, but it's not gonna work.
You got a 15 against your moonbeam.
I'll make a save. Only half damage, but I'm still going to do damage. 11, 18, so 9.
9? Alright. Gargoyle on the far end is going to come flying in, and it's gonna team up with its other buddy, and they are both going to go after Travis' character.
Moonbeam, bro.
Yeah, it's just with the beacon.
So
I must enter the
I'm
light.
gonna run into my moonbeam. No.
As they convert.
first attack is a 22 to hit.
22? Yeah.
Okay, that's 5 points of piercing damage.
It hurts!
I don't think I do.
13 for the second attack.
Nope.
How are you feeling?
Natural 20 for the third attack.
Oh god.
That does 10 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's so good.
And the last attack is a 15 to hit.
Thank you,
He says
Daddy.
to
Can I
take a
have
break
another?
I know, right?
I have an AC of 15, so.
So 5 points of slashing damage.
How you feeling?
I have 5
He's in such face. It's fine.
He's visibly hurt now.
You're
He's
visibly
still gonna
hurting.
go off on his own in case.
I will definitely try to heal
And
you.
they
Cultist
both
or
swoop
whatever.
back up into the air. They're now on the north and south sides. And at this point, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back shortly.
Little break it too.
Awesome.
Same.
Hey, do you want to see how?
And they're
So-
complaining because the fence is like leaning over. He's like, that's my fence.
No fence isn't leaning over them.
Whatever is it?
The one that was bad that you parked in front of his secret
I
driveway.
No, that one.
Both one right here.
Both of them, to be fair.
Technically, both of them have issues, but whatever.
I was gonna say this guy. I'll go for his house. Oh, moonbeam that one.
No one wants to see your ass.
You can
It's a
scoot.
big
So you're
light.
not on the corner, sunshine.
I need to stretch my leg out because I'm getting arthritis.
Everything good?
Hey, old man.
Yeah,
No.
this camera's like super,
over
super
hard.
choppy, so I'm gonna set the frame
I
rate.
promise I don't bite hard. So it's in the screeching.
You tried disabling and re-enabling that game?
It's better now. already, just with the- well, I'm still gonna do that, but yeah.
Anyways, it's your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. And since I was kind of out of the mix, where are said gargoyles from me?
Both of them are to the north and the south, and the one that you hexed is to the north.
How much distance?
20 to 30 feet.
Jump into my moonbeam.
I'm gonna shoot it with my
Jump
blun-
into the moonbeam.
I'm gonna shoot it with my blunderbuss.
Going with a visible attack, huh?
He's loaded it with cupcakes.
But only the best kind.
The attack called Mrs. Robinson's
Or
Day.
my musket, technically, not my blunderbuss. But still.
Movie theater days? Can't have movie theater popcorn.
17?
17?
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Hits.
What kind of hot Cheeto popcorn do they have?
One.
It is interesting. I don't like popcorn
Huh?
at
The
all.
popcorn's just straight
Yeah, it's like
Another
5% salt, 95%.
Woohoo!
Oh,
8
that's
points of
definitely
damage.
next movie.
8 points of damage.
Popcorn.
I think it is, I'm not sure.
Alright.
I don't normally eat things.
Jesse,
Just popcorn just seems like a totally different thing.
Get it, get it, get it.
What it is,
I will.
I would not be surprised.
cast Firebolt
okay,
at the south
Uh-huh.
one.
okay.
Beyond pizza popcorn.
Beyond the popcorn.
Alright, let's see if I actually hit.
Popcorn not made of corn.
17?
17 hits.
Beyond pizza.
It's like the Incredible.
Maybe in the lab.
This is actually
Yeah.
the first time I've actually hit with
It's
Homegrown
a
cow.
it's a pea protein. It's
9.
made out of peas. Basically.
9 points of damage.
It's actually pretty good.
It's really good.
I was impressed.
It made me a lot of money.
I got the Beyond Meat burrito at Del Taco.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
They make Beyond Meat sausages. They make Beyond Meat burgers.
Yeah, someone is
they
making millions now.
Oh,
I made quite a bit.
Yeah.
I made like $900.
Bria.
What?
off of them.
What's, how many, is it both still up?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm gonna come heal you. Yeah.
Oh, my bonus action I feel like more. Sorry.
Okay.
At first level. You take.
He's covered in blood. And Club's trying to bandage me.
14.
14.
Which one did you use? Master Award or just one more thing?
Pretty nasty and we're much for that for people.
Master
You
Award.
can't look through anything.
I'll
It's
do
just a
prayer.
Dude,
Yeah.
screenshot.
that's how much I won.
'Kay.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do too. I was just gonna do healing word on our little buddy over here.
I know it sucks.
Oh, no.
It's a lot more. But if you do buy something like this, it's probably a one-time pay for the extended one.
I feel like we all need Renaissance wear and like a goblet of some sort.
Take another
or,
8.
Like,
I was looking
And as a bonus
huge
action, I
Like that,
have
you know?
a spiritual weapon.
a a big
comfortable
bowl
here,
of grapes
it's
and like a
2012.
whole chicken on the table.
It's only got 48,000 plants on it.
Sapphire.
You're like, I can get past the highlights.
Grapes.
I mean, it doesn't
Okay.
have to be
Same thing.
or anything,
22.
I'm trying to die.
Bark skin myself.
What's your base camp?
22?
What's your
That
base
hits.
camp?
The other one
You
was
have
that
5 hit
2015
points
or
and I do at
2016?
base.
It's 27.
I think it's been last month, then the
It's just
2012.
the five.
Yeah,
That was the only other thing that could actually do it for.
Yeah, and I mean, for
11.
almost
What if undead had negative hit points and doing healing on them made them go positive, and
Okay.
now they went positive, they were alive?
Mike.
Are they still flying?
If you kill
I know. I'm
if
just
you
saying,
kill
like,
a zombie, are they
Trying
are
to
they
shoot
re-dead?
bucks again.
Or are they just
Yeah.
and then if the
Fun.
necromancer brings them back, are they
Oh, no.
re-undead?
Necromancy.
Oh no, I would make sure they can't come back.
I can do necromancy. But what?
I copper coin 'em.
11 on the
Yeah.
first one.
Alright,
Roll a 1d6.
Or
I
or would it be
So-
unre-dead?
19 total.
You're
19.
making this complicated. Stop.
It's the animated. Is it a reanimated?
don't cover
Six.
core me if I die. I want
So you
to
do
be
6
Copper
points of
corn.
necrotic with your shot.
I feel like
Oh, no.
I feel like this needs to be
Because
answered.
you're attacking the hex one.
I
Right.
copper coin
They're
everybody.
undead.
Yeah, but I could be an undead
Oh, on top
killer.
of
They're
mine.
re-dead. If you resurrect them, they're
Because you had
unre-dead
a
or
hex
they
and then you
re-undead.
attacked it, so you do extra damage.
I haven't been taking my second attack when I've been attacking my blood.
You went to school for
One second.
English. Is it if undead if they come back they're undead, kill them, re-dead. You
13.
resurrect them again. Are they unre-dead or are they re-undead?
Oh, wait, doesn't she have guiding bolt? when we're
Does it
on
matter?
Is it re-undead?
Yes.
So I get advantage of it, right? If she
Yeah,
has guiding
I
bolt
think
when
so.
we're above
It's
her?
already been used.
No.
Oh, no, that's right. You did use it.
Well, 13.
I asked the important questions.
13. Misses. Damn it. Travis.
You're up, sunshine.
Oh, since I've been healed, I'm gonna move my moonbeam.
Okay.
Which one is that one that I was
It's still up.
still up? Okay. Nobody's standing by, right?
It fails.
No moon.
Nope, we're not
That
sending
was
it.
close. Oh,
This was about the same. This is
What?
the same.
Full damage?
Yeah, it fails.
Oh, welcome here.
Actually, it's impressive that it can.
How much?
11, because that's what I get. 17 to 20.
Well, there's,
Like,
it's
with the
it's a
D6.
5.3 ego.
Yeah, but it's a friggin' it's still a V8 though.
But it's
Alright.
it's still tech flex fuel.
Yeah.
Is that your turn? Nessa.
You know that the only thing Flex Fuel does is give you the ability to put V85 on
I'm
it.
gonna try and web the one above us, above you guys again.
Yeah.
That hits. That extra hits. Okay. Let's see. I need Jesse, Bria, and Travis, and you two to make a dexterity save.
I think I failed.
I will tell you that dodges are not totals for
What's the
that's the one
What's
thing
the
that would
DC?
deter me from the dodge.
The DC?
Working electric
Just let me know what it is. You rolled an 8.
Bummer.
Okay.
19, 20, 22.
Are you leasing or
Okay.
are you
19.
rolling it?
13.
Okay. Jesse and Stetson, you both take 8 points of damage as the gargoyle lands on you, and you are knocked prone.
Oh no, the poor raven that was on my shoulder.
Oh, Kirby,
Raven flied away before it got to it.
Okay.
It flies out one of the broken windows.
Well, it's
Bye, my lady.
typically 100,000 miles or whatever comes, or 5 years or whichever comes first. But
Bye,
you hit 100,000 miles and you're screwed.
If you guys want in combat, you can. We're more than welcome to roll a new initiative.
This one's a little better.
My character probably would have not joined the
Just
fight.
chilled.
Yeah, they would have exited the
Other
room.
than getting knocked out, knocked
The
down
only
the
reason I
stairs.
will get it on
Yeah.
if I get it.
Not much for fighting.
How many damage
Got to
8.
love that confidence.
This one is also a decent vehicle. Like, it's an older Chevy.
I can't read
It's
it.
only 142. It's clean.
They had wool on the inside.
If I
Alright.
get a diesel, I would
Nick.
prefer to get like a Chevy or a Jeep.
Thing to you. Is there any up and down close enough to the ground yet?
There's one right on the staircase.
On the street, like,
Yeah, he's on top of me.
Yeah.
I don't know where that one is.
Okay.
Newer ones, maybe. Older ones?
No, actually, older ones.
That one's an 11.
Like
It's
his
probably not gonna hit.
Nope. Has an Allison transmission in it.
As long as you don't roll a 1, I'm
But
underneath
that's
it.
15 points of damage. It's barely ticking it that time.
How much?
15.
The newer
15.
ones, you're gonna spend it.
Okay.
And that one is now marked.
Being teabagged.
Yes, it's being teabagged.
I like how you
It's being teabagged. It's being teabagged while it's sitting on me.
So it's being
So-
teabagged while it's teabagging you?
Wow.
That's my spell save.
Bagception.
So Ty goes over the other way. So half damage.
Not very much at all for that. 3.
3 points of damage.
Roll.
That rolled shit. That's what I rolled.
They nearly singed it on that one.
Okay, it moves out of your moonbeam. The one on the ground is going to attempt to break loose. That is a 20 non-natural, so it breaks the webs.
How many are there still all 4 of them?
No, we're down to 2.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? The way it just made you sound, I was like, wait, what?
The one on the far end is going to swoop in behind Jorgen.
Wait, question. Would that have been double damage with my firebolt? Or which one was that was?
It's not, the creature's not vulnerable to fire, the webbing is.
So
We had a
they're
little bit of
going to use
confusion about it
advantage on
earlier.
all their attacks against you. First one is a 12.
No.
Second one is an 18. Nope. Third one is 14. Fourth one is a 22.
Oh, that one I take extra.
5 points slashing damage.
Alright, I take 3.
Okay. And the one swoops off to the
And if you want after
southwest side.
2.5 liter eco
Was that
boost.
the one that was on top of me?
No.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine.
The one that broke loose is going to take flight and try to get away.
Best
Let's
in class
see.
towing still.
You can get an attack of opportunity with disadvantage because you're prone. You can get an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
And I think
Yeah, 20 wasted.
Travis can, if he wants, attack of opportunity against the gargoyle that's trying to fly out of here.
I mean, it's still hits. I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Yeah?
So, maybe.
I'm gonna try to shoot.
It's not activated because I'm kind of just on the ground, so it's only gonna take 1d6. He took 5 damage.
Just your melee weapon
modifier,
like your staff. Okay.
He's not strong.
So I hit a 24
Okay.
So you just kind of like see him go
or
like.
19 points of damage.
19? And how much damage did you do?
5. You just kind of like see him hand just like lifting his mace up and just kind of.
Okay. They both are kind of. They look like they're sluggishly flying, but they're still flying. Alright, it is Chris's turn.
Did the one that I hexed die?
No.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it again.
Copyright infringement.
Okay.
What?
You heard nothing.
You heard no teens.
No ting.
So roll your spell attack.
It was my sneeze.
says it on your
Yeah, I know.
screen there.
It's a. 23.
You were right. It
I
was
gotta
not
remember
good.
what the heck that was. 1d10.
Okay, so I could have been casting there. The mace isn't lit yet, so it will just take 3d6.
So that is an 8.
1d6,
8?
4d, and 2d6
Plus 1d6.
Yep.
Haha! 5.
How do you want to do this?
I don't know, because I haven't
It
used Eldritch Blast in a while,
survived
so
the Eldritch Blast, but the necrotic damage killed
it's
it.
just, well then, you just see it just kind of shrivel and like,
The rocks slightly shrink, and then it just falls out of the sky and shatters.
Nice.
now we're down to 1,
Uno
Yep.
mas.
and I will move my hex to it. Not
Okay.
necessarily me, because it probably will die before I get there.
Yes.
Get up. And
Half covered in Nessa webs.
Oh, it's in my hair.
that's gonna be the worst to get out because my hair is so long. It's down to my butt when braided.
I told you not the face.
Anything but the face.
Let's see. I think I will. Is it with 30 feet of me? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Because it's not gonna take damage from that one. Sure, I haven't used this one yet. I'll do. Oh wait, that's touch, isn't it? Toll the dead.
Toll the dead?
Yeah, I think that might be a touch though.
No.
No.
Okay.
You make like a ringing sound, and as long as it can hear it,
You might be thinking
it's
of Paradigm.
within like the distance and stuff.
If I have it prepared, I forgot to pull the card out, so I was just like.
I love Toll the Dead. It's so broken.
I would, yeah, I'm like, I haven't used Toll the Dead yet, and.
It's a cantrip. That's what's crazy.
Oh, that was a cantrip? Oh, then I don't have it now. I did. No, I don't. Then I did that.
It's like what 1d12 if they have taken any damage at its base level.
Yeah.
Then when you hit like level
Okay, fine.
6, you get another die or something like that. It's stupid.
Since this
so
one's
good.
instantaneous and not a touch dog.
What are you doing?
Wait, no. Here, wait.
Throw the hammer. Hammer Bros.
Oh, I don't have it. I don't know.
Just throw your base at it.
Wham! Now we're in too close quarters.
But she'll throw it at it, get a natural 20, then kill it.
I'm waiting to use this.
What are you saying? Person within fireballing range?
What? I mean, I could.
Welcome to a crap kind of D&D.
I would literally kill everyone in this room.
You know what?
Angry.
Why not? He'll throw his mace.
Okay. Roll a ranged attack with your base.
I rolled an 18.
You hit.
Throwing her mate or his mace.
And at this point, it is lit.
Okay.
So it takes 5 points bludgeoning damage and 7 points of fire damage.
Just straight up like knock it.
It is barely
I threw my
flying,
big
but it is
tongue
still
mace at
flying.
it.
You hit it like square in the side of its stony head.
That's for sitting on me. Bitch.
Okay, top of the round,
I'm
Bria.
seeing things I
Go
can't
ahead and
unsee.
throw-
Scorching ray.
Okay,
Got it.
all 3 rays.
All 3.
He probably has one
First
hit
one
point.
does not. Second one does. 15 hits it, right?
15 barely hits.
I don't care. It hit. So 2 out of 3 hit.
What is it?
14.
How do you want to overkill this?
Don't know. Just
Then
do
put
it.
my dagger
Hmm?
next to it.
The two that hit, nail it right in the joint of its wings. You see the wings detach as it hurtles to the ground and smashes itself into the floor.
Oh great, I'm trying to dig for my mace.
You're welcome. Woo, I killed it!
Good part of it. You had an overkill of like 8.
You're welcome.
Alright, combat's over. You have dead gargoyle chunks everywhere.
Hey, what else is in this room?
A telescope.
Let's spy on.
7.5 foot long telescope.
I was like, can I look through the telescope? Let's see where it last was pointed.
Alright, who's still like hurting?
As you look through it,
Okay.
You get a black.
I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, you're about to see Cthulhu.
You're
I see nothing!
You descend into madness and kill us all.
Oh god.
Even though.
This is
Yeah, that's an automatic fail even with my.
my.
That was my wisdom
No,
save.
I mean,
Oh yeah. You
Turn
just
you
turn.
this down. This is
Is it just 4 visitor damage?
Because
Or five.
Yeah, I'm
You
down
can,
3 hit points. so
turn
I-
someone
I
to
have-
stone just
I have
off
a
the
tiny
reflex.
scratch
Well,
on me.
because
Well,
it's
I'm
the middle of the day,
so-
as you like put your eye right up to the eye hole,
After the sun?
you see just this blinding light hit your retina, and
Oh.
you are temporarily blind in that eye for an hour.
So,
Like
I'm
me.
casting.
It must have been a fluke. Use your other eye.
So I'm casting prayer of healing. So creatures, up to 6 creatures, will take 2d8 healing plus my modifier. So I'm gonna Smite Cell, Sapphires, Archon, and Travis. And I think those are the only ones that actually took damage.
I got sat on.
Oh, you took damage. Okay, there's my 6.
Okay, so after 10 minutes, you guys heal that much.
Oh, is it really that long? Oh, yep, it is. Fine.
And you're blind in one eye.
Regardless, this entire time I took no damage.
Yeah.
Took
I find Chuck
one point of
Gargoyle.
retina damage.
Yeah, I don't find
Yeah,
one
Chuck Gargoyle.
Find a small chunk of
Chuck-
We're all full health.
Over you.
Yay!
Kind of use my axe to kind of grind it up, and then I eat it.
So, eat what? So everyone that I cast.
What are you eating?
I have to check something really quick.
Wait, what is he
I
eating?
think he's
A
eating
chunk
a
of gargoyle. It's a thing with his character. He has to eat the flesh of his enemies, particularly the heart if it's available. But since it's a rock
No,
creature,
only worthy enemies.
ah,
Well, I
right,
passed up the lizards. I like
right.
ran through them and they just died. They need to take their strength.
But yeah, so everyone healed that I healed healed 21 points of health. So I think we're good.
I'm definitely ready. That healed you. It hurt, didn't it?
My eyeball is just like.
I just rolled really well
It's
for
not
the
that
prayer
bad.
healing.
2.2
Huh?
My clothing is covered in blood now.
I mean, I could create water and like.
No.
Do you drink anything to,
I like
It's like
wear
it's
the
a
blood of
fashion
my enemies.
statement.
like, to drink it down?
Well, it's going to
Oh,
be a
yeah.
powder, so I'm assuming that I would have to.
You sure you don't want me to do that?
Roll
It's the same load as
me a
they putting into
Constitution
the,
save.
That's why. That's why. It's the same motor that's in. It's the same motor that's in Justice.
18.
18. Okay. You don't suffer any ill effects, but
Basically eating stone.
after you're done eating it, you feel like you have no by roll and then roll me a intelligence check just to be safe. See if you notice this.
While he's doing this,
15?
Okay, so you notice that you're not hungry or thirsty anymore, and you don't require air to breathe right now.
Oh, that tastes like balls. But
You just rednecked the
my
potion.
question for you is, how do you know it's all like?
hey, when you get in a big mass and you're only a couple feet tall, don't say that, right?
Do you tell anybody else how you feel about this?
For the duration at this point, okay? Because you don't know what the duration is going to be. For the duration, you don't require air to breathe or food or drink.
Get to be a gymnast.
So, I don't think I'm breathing anymore. I think I died.
alright, I'm gonna check and see if he's okay.
Roll a medicine check.
I'm gonna go examine one of the gargoyles.
Medicine
Looks
is
like pieces
24.
of rock and stone that's in a dark grayish color.
Is there any like
What?
24.
24.
blood or ichor?
No.
No.
Okay, with your 24,
Because it was a net 20 plus 4.
you would know is by looking at him, you can tell that he's probably under the effects of maybe a potion of some kind. But that's the only thing you can really like
Discern.
from it.
So I'm gonna, I guess,
Alright, I'm
follow
gonna keep
suit.
an eye on
I
you,
was
but
gonna say
you
I
need it too?
I find
No,
it.
I'm gonna one up.
You're alive.
No, I'm dead.
I'm not
You still have a bowl?
one upping, but I pop one of the smaller chunks in my mouth and just start sucking on it.
It tastes like a rock.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm gonna grind some up and just
Reaches into his robe.
No, just water.
Oh dear God. Okay. Okay. The sensation is like snorting Smarties.
back in middle school.
I know,
days.
Where's I miss? Are you guys doing lines on the end now?
There's that,
Yeah,
like,
I
there's
followed your
there's that, like-
example, so I did a line of gargoyle.
Smarties?
Hold
No,
on.
what did people like? Pixie Sticks?
Dude, you gotta get this guy, man.
So down the nasal passages of your beak, you just feel this deep, sharp burn as it goes down, and I need you to roll me a Constitution save.
I'm a swallow
My
the rock.
specialty.
After
watching
about
him do that,
the
it's
10
cool.
minutes of her doing a burn of healing,
Travis
roll me
is
a
like,
con
I'm
save.
out.
Y'all party way too hard. I'm out.
Why did I come to this room?
Non-natural 20.
Natural 20.
Non-natural.
Non-natural.
Non-natural, okay. With a
That's-
non-natural 20, you feel really stiff. Almost like your joints are really like you've like been sitting in like the same exact position for way too long, and you're all locked up. But you also feel the same effects as him. You just feel extremely stiff and sore.
22.
I'm gonna definitely
Should I go
22?
investigate the stuff?
22, you get the same effects as him.
In 4 minutes.
Okay.
Just lay still.
Okay, what are you doing?
Just like investigate it, look at it.
You're looking at
When
the
I tried
pieces
to
of
eat the black
gargoyle.
heart.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know why it might be affecting me.
Roll me. Do you have
I'm still casting my prayer feeling.
do you have an herbalism kit?
Y'all are snorting shit.
I just took a stone in my mouth, started sucking on it, kind of just like seeing how the mouth feel was, and then I just swallowed it.
That was totally its balls.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Or
sure.
are you proficient in herbalism kits?
I think I have a poisoner's kit.
Okay, that would be good.
I'm gonna just
You can
get-
roll me a investigation check, I guess. Anybody else? Does anybody have a herbalism kit?
I am gonna take a couple chunks and just put it in my bag.
And you're proficient in nature? Okay, roll me an intelligence check.
come back up the stairs.
I will also take several chunks and throw them into my.
Nope. Oh, I need to give you
Well, you what?
200 gold.
Intelligence.
Christian.
For the party fight.
Party
Party
fight.
fight, that means
If
I
you're not
have to
proficient,
box.
you can add your proficiency because you are because of the circumstances. Yep.
200 gold.
200 gold, 200
16.
silver.
Okay, hold on.
Was that with your proficiency added too?
For the nature?
Well, just add your intelligence plus
200 gold,
your
200 silver.
proficiency
Uh-huh.
bonus.
10 precious stones
16,
worth
19.
100 gold.
19.
each.
Okay. You are aware of a potion that can bring on the like natural abilities of a gargoyle by grinding up chunks of it and adding like water and maybe a little bit of flavoring to kind of get it down. But it allows you to not have to breathe or eat or drink for the next 24 hours.
Alright, well, let's grind up this bitch and take it with us.
Yeah, I grabbed a bunch and threw it in my
Can you
bag.
tell the rest of us what it does?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll grab a few.
I know something, guys.
I'll grab a few.
We should just gather
Crazy
up all
nature
the
lizards
gargoyles.
always coming up with things.
No, I want
Can we gather up like all the remaining gargoyle bits? It's probably really expensively.
I mean, I could put most of it in. I have a bag of it. I could put most
So,
of it.
precious stones
Yeah.
worth.
Grand total
100
of
gold each.
all of the gargoyle bits that are, or chunks and pieces that are left of it,
Okay.
you are looking at about
I take like 10 big chunks.
I'll take 6.
Are we gonna stick around until nightfall to look for this telescope?
Yeah, yeah. I would highly recommend it. Fucking
We're
hurts.
gonna continue on. You guys gonna eat that?
you're looking at about 1,000 pounds
I'm only taking 6 pieces
of material.
I'm taking
How many
10
bags of holding do you
decent
still have?
sized chunks.
I have mine's pretty empty.
10.
Mine's empty. It's still on fire.
We'll say 10.
I imagine that you
medium-sized
can get a
chunks.
lot of platinum for 1,000
So how
pounds
much
of
would you
gargoyle.
say?
Do
Like
we want
fif-
Christian, do you want to take
50
more?
to
50.
60 pounds.
50 to 60 pounds. Okay, we'll say
60 probably.
60.
So 60 pounds?
Is like 10 medium-sized chunks of
I can
gargoyle,
hold that. So
which are about
Where's your
basketball
entrepreneurial
size.
spirit?
You might be able to hold the rest
What?
of it.
I can hold the rest
Where's
of
your
it.
entrepreneurial spirit?
You
I'm
want
not
some-
worried about selling it. I'm worried about using it for myself and or anybody
Yeah.
else.
I
Me
feel like
too.
maybe we
Alright,
should sell some of
junkie.
it.
We should.
I was gonna say,
Let's
big
see,
chicken
This is
wing.
why I
We'll go
love
in.
being in a party. I don't got to worry about money. I
That's
just
just
kill
giving
things.
me her other bag of holding. I'm taking all of it. Just throw it in.
Yeah.
All the rest of it.
All of it.
1,000
I
pounds
took 10
probably
chunks of
translates
Minus
Well,
to.
then I have
60.
some too.
Minus is
Um,
60 pounds.
A bag of holding can handle 500.
Yeah, so you have to
So
split
I
it.
still have one. That mine's still pretty empty.
I took some of it too.
Okay.
though,
How much
so-
you taking? You took 60 pounds.
I took 60 pounds.
Jeez,
How many
this
Go
is
by-
really
go
eating
by
my
how
own
many
beef
chunks
gargoyle.
you want.
First
What
one.
size?
I took 10 as well.
So you
Medium,
took
small,
60.
or large?
We'll just say medium.
Medium, so 60 pounds.
And so that leaves me with the rest of it.
So
Between
1,000
3 bags.
minus 120.
Between 3 bags. I got this. We're selling this as quickly as possible, just so you know.
Sure. I mean, that was the idea.
I was like,
We gotta do it before he snorts it all.
You snorted it.
I'm
you
casting.
snorted it.
wait, how much did you
Healing
say?
hands
Cole,
on
how much
myself.
did you say it was?
Okay.
So
Who's all like?
What?
How much did you say it was like?
Gargoyle.
Pounds?
I'm not.
I'm pretty sure I have like a barbed tongue, so I'm just gonna.
1,000 minus 120.
Just lick it.
Yeah.
Salt Lake Snow.
Okay.
Sounds like
So
sandpaper.
880 pounds.
800.
So that puts me at full health.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh, I'm so garged out right now.
That's gonna be a thing, isn't it?
We had too much
We're gonna find like a small innocent town and just destroy
Get
them
them all
with.
freaking.
Come on, so like a little 10-year-old, like, hey kid,
I'm
you want some
oddly,
gargoyle?
Just open your trench coat.
I'm oddly reminded of Off to Be a Wizard. The only thing that it's missing is invisibility, which I can do.
Yogi!
No,
You're under arrest for
there's a book called
possession
Off
of
to
a
Be a
controlled
Wizard.
substance.
I've read all
Have you
three.
read all 3 of them? There's more than 3 now.
Are there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I only knew the first 3.
There's like
Yeah.
5.
There's
That's
like,
why I was like,
there's
Whiskey.
5
I
of
can
them.
speak
They have a show
Esperanto.
called
It is
Cards.
Esperanto.
Bad boys,
Anyways.
bad boys.
He did a Off to Be a Wizard
I read a
campaign.
campaign
Oh,
based
that'd
on
be
it.
sweet. Anyways, so you remember when he makes, or if you make somebody invisible, they can't breathe, they can't
Oh,
eat,
yeah,
they
that's so
can't
mean.
drink,
Stuck in that way.
stuck in
forever.
that way until somebody finds them, kind of thing,
They're like perpetually hungry, thirsty, and like suffocating all at once.
all at once. But so I can totally do that because I have a ring of invisibility and I don't have to eat, drink, or breathe.
Yeah,
But you don't have the side
The
effects
difference
of
is
it.
I don't have the side effects, but yeah. Speaking
Anyways.
of my ring of invisibility, I just put it on and disappeared for no reason whatsoever.
Just because you can.
Just because I can.
All right. Well, you guys are still at the top of this tower with a telescope.
So you blinded yourself with the telescope.
Don't look through the telescope. Bright light.
It's like like if you've ever like you as a person know you've gotten spots in your eyes.
Yes. I was assuming
As a
that's what I'm
character,
seeing.
you're probably recognizing the effect, but it's your whole eye.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What is the stones that she did collect? Like, what kind of stones are they?
He just said precious stones on his
So, like, rubies.
They're worth 100 gold apiece, so they're mixed between like small rubies, small sapphires, small amethysts,
So,
in varying small sizes to reach 100 gold apiece.
not that I think it's going to do anything, but just because in my invisible state, I take one of the rubies up and stick it in the end of the telescope.
Oh,
Okay, the eyepiece is now like 60% covered by a ruby piece.
Glowing red.
It's not splitting it, right?
Yes, it is currently glowing red right now.
It's kind of a deterrent just to make sure that nobody goes and looks through it again.
Is it pointing at the sun?
More or less.
That's exactly where it's going.
Or at least that's where you assume it's pointing.
It hurt.
Do you have any tools?
I have thieves' tools and craftsman tools.
Okay, so are you guys taking a rest of any kind here?
Yes.
Yes.
How long of one? Short rest or long rest?
Short rest.
Short rest.
So about an hour.
Yeah, I need this to go away.
I'm gonna go find that bed that we've tipped over and make a little bed out of it for us.
Okay. Just
You
by
don't wanna
yourself?
snuggle with the rest of
I'm gonna
us?
cry in my bed.
You don't want to
Okay.
snuggle with the rest of us and kumbaya
I'm
out?
gonna go down and open the door at the very bottom.
At the bottom of the tower? Okay.
And
I'm just gonna lean up against it with it closed.
Okay. Roll me. I guess roll me a dexterity check.
Do you want me to do any stealth rolls?
Are you proficient in any of these tools?
The thieves' tools, sure. And I don't know if this counts, but I have advantage on. I mean, probably not. Advantage on checks to make duplicates of existing things. So.
Well, the preferred method of what you're doing is to use Tinker's tools
Oh yeah.
because of screws and
I mean,
pieces
I don't
like
care
that
about
that
it
you need
being
work
able to be
with.
put back together.
Are you trying to do it stealthily?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so roll me a stealth check.
Huh. 22.
22 with your stealth, and what was your dexterity check on your previous? You can add your proficiency modifier if you want.
Okay. So 16.
16?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're able to take it off of its mount, but for some reason, you can't get any of it to disassemble.
So it's like 7 feet long.
About 7 feet long, yeah.
And we're on the second floor.
No, you're on the third floor, top. But You can't seem to get the screws to break loose or get any
But
of
it
the
is off its
moving
mount,
parts of
right?
it to come to move at all.
It is off its mount.
You took it off the mount.
So could I push it out the window?
Sure, roll me a strength check.
Do
'cause
you
it's
grab
pretty
the
long.
ruby out of the end of it before you push it out?
I don't think I would know that it's there because I'm down inside the. Or did you put it in the eyepiece?
I put it in the eyepiece.
Oh yeah, then absolutely. Shit.
You're able to get the ruby off.
What was this stealth?
22. Everyone roll. Everyone that's still up on the top, roll a perception check.
I wasn't on top. I was down one because I went to go put it in the eyepiece.
What?
Well, no, it's
better
on
than
the
the
top.
one.
Oh, right.
Perception.
It's right here. Huh?
20. Okay.
That wasn't very good.
What'd you get?
My perception.
I think you can technically be negative on ability checks, right?
Well, did you get a natural 1?
I got no, not quite, but with all my negatives, it is -1.
So if you fail,
I got a 19
What?
perception.
I didn't.
Are we all doing perception
He had 22. We
anybody
had to roll
that's still
against
on
him.
the top of the tower resting, roll a perception check. That's still up in the observatory area.
I got a 20 non-natural, so
44.
24. You notice what he's doing as he's doing it.
Just as I'm about to drop it and on top of myself.
Oh my god.
Anybody else get above a 22? Okay. So you're the only one that notices as the telescope clatters to the ground off the mount. I need you to roll me a dexterity save.
How does a 20 not see that?
'Cause I rolled
Natural
20.
20 might have.
Suckers. 16.
16?
Yeah.
You're able to dodge out of the way enough that it doesn't injure you. But it doesn't even seem
might
to
be a bad
ding it.
out of my
Doesn't roll. Can I roll to the stairs?
Well, it's partially out one of these windows, and
I
when
get
you
the Baja, but I
when you
can
released
see
it
how
from the
you
mount,
take
you
that
tried to
coverage.
push it
That's
up
like,
and
yeah,
out.
it's the-
It tumbled and just fell. So now it's just leaning against the edge. But as far as you can tell, it didn't even ding the metal
I'm
in
gonna
this telescope.
I'm like nonchalantly like walk away.
With the whistle and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a 4 plus 7, so 26 on my stealth.
Okay.
To
Just
nonchalantly step away.
As far as you're aware, nobody even notices what happened.
Cheese it!
Other than the telescope fell off its mount.
I just shake my head.
I'm gonna keep the screws that I took to get it off.
It was like one big pin
Okay, I have it.
that was holding
Mine
it in
now.
place.
My pin
You
now.
literally just you're taking the pin.
I was going for the lenses.
It was like the swivel pin that kept it on its mount.
What? Lenses are expensive as shit! Ever bought glasses? Is like glasses times 1,000.
I don't have that problem.
As he's like whistling away, I'm just like, I saw that.
With your 20, when he drops it, you don't notice other than when it drops.
Okay.
When it clatters, with your 20, did anybody else get a 20 or higher?
I got a 20 non-natural.
Okay.
Mine was.
Yours was a 24. All three of you notice a slight glow come out of the eyepiece as it hits the ground.
I'll go and
Go
investigate it.
I'm a fire in my laser.
And then it like quickly fades away.
Investigation is 18.
Has it fallen inside
18.
of the space, or is it still
It's
poking
leaning
out?
up against the slit in the window that it's sitting on.
Okay, and how high up is that window?
About
18.
6-7 feet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up and like try and see if I can see in the other end of it.
And we're
That's actually
investigating.
We investigated it.
And we both
18.
rolled an 18.
I'll roll for my.
It looks like a really well made piece of tinker tech, but you're not sure
I'm gonna go to the
About anything else
eyepiece.
other than that.
When they're looking in the lens, I'm gonna go to the eyepiece and just bring
What are you doing?
So you're looking in from the other side?
Yeah.
No, we were looking at the glowing.
You
He's looking
see-
through the eyepiece.
So, who's looking through the eyepiece?
I think you were the only one.
He was
We were-
looking. No, he was looking
I was
through the other
looking
end.
through the other end.
Oh,
We were
looking
at the
at
glowing.
You see what looks like a really, really far away feathered hand doing this through the lenses.
Oh,
Jeez Louise. Not pulling up game signs. What's up?
I'm just
Is
trying
there
to
anything else
imagine
in this
feathered fingers actually
No, I think so.
making that shape because it's not an easy thing to do.
I'm very talented. I got a 19 in my dexterity.
I'm gonna wander around elsewhere.
The cat's
Okay, you go down a level and you see the gnome sleeping in the bed, crying a little bit. You hear like soft sobs.
Whimpers. Did Fuck die?
No.
Don't cut on.
I almost
Wait,
died,
don't
so
you
I'm
might end up
sadly
pregnant.
about to kill him.
Further down,
PTSD.
further down, you see Jorgen leaning
Gargoyles.
up against
He's
the
going to fight
entrance
you
door.
for a minute.
I will have wandered my way down to see if there's any
Pregnant
like
feelers,
lower
that's-
levels.
Nope.
Nope,
Nothing.
not that I can find.
As far as you can tell, the spiral staircase just goes right down to the main floor. And that's it.
Okay, and this is that center tower, right?
Yeah. Just double checking.
Have we investigated any of the other doors? No. Okay, so I'm gonna go and investigate the door that's just to the. Is that the northwest side? Which way is north?
Yeah,
That
those
way?
stairs just
So not the northwest, sorry, the southwest side. The doorway to the southwest side of the tower.
On the main
On the main level.
So
I
here,
can waffle.
No,
Or where
honey.
Q is,
Yes,
whatever that is.
I learned it from
okay. So
Slimy
you
worm.
head out of there as you see Jorgen standing by the door. Do you keep him from leaving the tower?
He won't be able to see me
Oh yeah,
Huh?
you're invisible.
unless he rolls.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
open the door.
I was going to say, I'm leaned up against the door so it can't be open.
Oh my
Do you just pop the latch? What do you
Pop
do?
the
Oh
latch.
my god.
Do you feel it?
You're leaning against the door, so the door. You feel the door all of a sudden shift
That's
about an
not
inch,
even
and you can
funny.
hear the hinges like creak a little bit, but they're
Oh,
locked.
wow.
Like it opens the other direction.
I knock on the door and then step to the side.
You hear some knocking on the door. Sounds like right next to your head.
I imitate the knock back.
Knock it off! This room's occupied.
Why are you blocking the doorway out of the tower?
I'm not.
That's what you hear through the door.
No, he literally hears it right in front of him.
Oh.
Because you're on the same side of the door.
Oh, okay. Either way, sorry.
Everybody was taking
You're
a
just
rest.
towering
this way
above
I could stop,
him.
anybody coming in.
You're still trying to figure out where the voice is coming from.
Voice is coming from 5 feet above you. Right in front of you.
As I said, I'm just trying to make it so nobody can come in.
Walking down the stairs.
Okay? You witness a disembodied voice and Jorgen talking to it.
Has everybody left the room with the?
Apparently.
I've
There's a couple
totally
that are probably
died.
still up there. Why?
You're not dead.
I'm gonna push that shit down the stairs.
No, I have not breathed in
You're
like
gonna push the
45
telescope
minutes.
down the stairs?
Neither have I.
You don't have
Okay,
any bombs.
You've got to unjam it every once in a while because it is 7 feet long, so it gets caught in the curve of the stairs. But you're able to get it down as far as you want to get it.
No, like I want it to like slip down.
It's in. So the spiral staircase doesn't go up around the edge of the tower. It's actually just a narrow.
Yeah, it's just a sound.
like column style.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So as you push the telescope down, it literally will just kind of get caught in the curve
Oh,
and
see,
then shift
I
a
was
little bit.
definitely imagining something else.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was thinking stone staircase.
Yeah, it's not around the outer wall. It's actually like closer to the middle.
Now that you're approaching me, you can hear me mumbling about some sort of poetry about my epic death in battle and my adventures through the unlight so far.
Are you okay?
What? I died?
You're not dead. You're not dead.
What? You say that, but I know when you don't breathe no more, you're no more.
I can tell you you're not dead because if you were a zombie, I'd be killing you right now.
What didn't they say? No zombie. There's lots of people.
If you were death walking, I'd be killing you right now.
What? I'm dead sitting right now.
Alright, does anybody do anything else with the telescope in the hour that you guys are resting?
Exactly.
I want to turn back into a person,
Okay, that's easy.
and then find an open place, turn into a giant eagle, and fly away.
It makes you look like you have chops.
Okay,
You look like you
so,
have chops, like mutton chops.
So you're up in the observatory, you turn
She
into a
left all her
giant eagle.
stuff there.
Oh no, I left all my stuff to her.
So you're naked?
She's an eagle at this point, so it doesn't matter.
There's a hex. She's a
Naked? Does that mean she's a bald eagle?
Okay, you turn into an eagle and fly away.
Peace out.
But she left all her stuff.
So do I need to like?
Your wife just left
had a
you.
crisis of character.
Your
and
wife
was
just
like,
left
I don't
you.
need my worldly possessions anymore.
I can come grab onto you with my feet, and you can come with me. Because we're not coming back. So I'm not.
Technically, you and Casey's character can ride on the eagle.
That's true.
Because you're both fly off into the sunset.
She's a giant eagle. She's not small in any mean, by any
Oh, I
means.
think you could be the godfather.
Man, your little family is really interesting. A half elf, a dwarf, and a gnome, and a weird hybrid.
It's
So-
2019.
After your hour break, without any pomp and circumstance, 3 of your party members just fly away.
I would say I probably got the telescope like jammed and wedged in the staircase. And it's like not moving now. Because it's 7 feet, right? That would probably
You've
not.
chipped stone in the staircase with it, but it is immaculate.
Nice.
No scratches, nothing.
Can a humanoid fit through the staircase with it jammed
You
in?
can squeeze through, yeah.
Not me
Well, you're
Not
already
yet.
at the bottom. You're fine.
I can,
You're
like,
Maybe
somersault
maybe
through
with
it.
the-
downstairs already.
Maybe
so-
with like an acrobatics check
Yeah.
or some kind of dexterity check.
After like 30-40 minutes of struggling, I get it jammed and I just fuck this and I don't want to mess with it anymore and I go back upstairs.
Alright.
I just leave it jammed in the stairwell.
Okay. After about an hour goes by, are you guys still fussing over the door?
I'm just standing there.
Okay.
At
Did
this
you
point.
need to go out?
Occasionally knocking.
I stand up and open up the door for her.
As you open the door, just double check if the okay. You see 12 figures standing outside the tower.
I can take them.
6 of them look like they're wearing the standard cultist garb, and the other 6 are wearing those dragon-esque masks and heavier armor.
Oh, one moment. I got this.
I walk out and close the door.
I will have snuck out behind him while he's doing that.
Yep.
How quickly do you close the door behind you?
Well, I just hold on. I got this. Reach up, grab it.
Close the door. Okay. Yeah, you can sneak fast. Okay, so you two are outside.
I opened the door.
So, friend or foe?
They're definitely foe.
Oh my gosh. I like how this is a thing now.
So, as
All
soon as
12 look down at you, and like some are like peeking their heads past another's shoulder. And the front guy is one of the dragon mask guys, and he's like, "Who in the hell are you?"
And with that, you see this little bottle pop out of nowhere, open, and it just starts spewing out darkness.
At this point, that's when I'm opening the door. It's just darkness coming out.
I
At
would
this
even
point-
close the door.
At this point, I need. You know what? Because of the comedy of this, I just want it to be a comedy moment. I want you three to roll a percentage dice.
Okay.
Percentage?
Yep.
Is that okay? That one's the double number. Yeah.
Yep.
We have to roll both.
Just roll that one twice and take a 0.
That's your number.
69.
Is that you both hit 69?
Wow.
86.
Well, we all know.
It's written in the dice, eh?
What'd you get?
86.
So there's a billowing of smoke. You hear the loud sounds of combat outside, and in less than 10 seconds, all 12 of them are
I just like slow clap them like they killed themselves off.
The darkness fades and 2 of the cultists
I
strike
cork
out from
the darkness bottle.
I stand there, hands on my hip, and go, I'm Jorgen!
I kind of like.
They died of fright!
I kind of like walk over to like where like the smoke kind of the darkness kind of just ends, and I kind of just like nice job. And you just see me just patting air.
That's right, I did do a nice job. I scared them to death.
You do notice that the door across the way over here is open.
That's where I head.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna holler up the stairs. You guys coming? I guess.
Good luck getting down the stairs.
Oh god.
I mean, you can do it. You probably fit without any problems. I wouldn't, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
After
so
last week, I actually wrote poetry recapping what happened last week.
nice.
Love it.
So as you enter the doorway, you notice that it is the Great Hall of the castle.
Okay.
Also,
they would have seen through the remaining remnants of the cloud of dust this, like, nothing, just pushing through it.
Okay.
So, for anybody else that thought, you have already found me because you tapped me on the back, but...
any of you guys that are still here can
Right. Yeah. The
follow.
only reason I was able to find
Was
you
there
is my
no
passive
doors leading
perception
out of
is,
the
like,
observatory? It was
No,
just a
it's
spire.
just a single tower.
Single staircase that went up to the top of the tower, and then
Like
that was it.
my passive perception is like 16, so that's how I was able to find you.
Well, that and the bottle.
And the bottle.
So what you see in this great hall area is you see that the eastern end of the hall is used for dining and socializing.
Okay.
The western half is where contraband hauled in from the Karnath Roadhouse is inspected, cleaned, and sorted, and repacked before being carried down to the portal. Because I was reading shit, I didn't actually. I just ruined
Ignore that last
Anyways,
bit.
ignore that last part.
I wasn't paying attention.
He said ignore the part about the...
The tables in... Okay, so the tables on the western half are covered in valuables. So you're guessing that these are the stuff that they had transported from Green Nest. You can see kind of a makeshift carpentry shop area
my
around
bag's
it.
totally empty, so.
No, but I have a thought because they're leaving, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just send them with all the stuff that we can see that we know is from Green Nest?
Oh, that's
Instead of you guys just flying off into the distance. Does that work? So before they actually leave.
So you're gonna give them all the
We're gonna
plunder?
give them all the stuff to take back to Green Nest and give back to the people
since
of Green
both
Nest.
Tanky and Belgarth have.
Well, Belgarth can go run his bar.
Yep.
And Tenki can run his
You mean our
carpenter
bar?
shop and his lumber mill. Let's see.
And you have a wagon, a couple wagons.
Mine's just the one that Gaggins with.
Yeah, that.
Still awesome.
I think technically Sahar's carriage or horse and carriage and something still exists in this world somewhere.
Probably.
I'm sure.
And his worker.
Oh,
I
but
had hirelings.
well, you don't own the house anymore because of that card.
I own the house now.
Oh, I guess that means somebody else owns my dinosaur card then.
If it was on the property, then it's now mine.
It's any property. Any of my property.
Because of that card he drew.
Oh.
He doesn't own anything.
Well, he lost his
I think it
workers,
has
he
to.
That's
lost
right.
his
No,
cart,
it has
he
to be
lost...
on that plane, and at the time he was on a different plane.
It doesn't matter. You
No,
still
it doesn't
lost
say on
It
that
doesn't
plan.
specify. It just
No.
says
It just
you
says
lose all your
everything that you own is removed from your...
Either way, I struck a new deal and
But
went
didn't
back to
you
Green
draw a
Nest.
different card that
I thought you negated it.
No, there was
Yeah.
there's a permanent debuff that you get that,
Yeah.
that I negated. It was the
intelligence?
no, it was the
Loss of
you
XP.
get no, you get whisked off to
Right.
prison in some interdimensional
and you
bubble.
debuffed that.
Yeah, and I counted that.
That's right.
So either way, he lost all the stuff, but then I renegotiated a contract with the mayor, so to
But
speak.
you're not
and-
gonna find the talisman. Because it's not on the property.
I don't care about that.
You don't, but the mayor certainly does.
Well, but it's gone now, technically.
Okay,
I mean,
Lost
so...
it.
probably not.
So yeah, that's what you guys know.
Unless you gave it
is
to
the treasure in the dining
your
hall.
other character, or to her character.
Are we calling it
Nah.
here?
Well,
It's
I was
hidden.
gonna say, well,
Is it
while we're
hidden
at-
with all the other stuff?
We've
No.
still got a little time, and there's not really any
Yeah.
combat right now.
Let's see. So after we hand the
I say we help them load everything up and send
after
them
we
on their
give
way.
them, finish doing the plundered loot and stuff, I offer them a nice traveling drink, and I pull out my alchemist jug, and
Pour him a nice shot of mayo.
no, I have ale in there.
Oh.
Mayo?
Yeah, there's a jug that
It's the alchemist
one
jug.
of the liquids you can produce is mayo.
Just like
A gallon, 1 gallon of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Is that something else?
which Grog eats.
Ham salad? I guess?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, he's just like mayo. But yeah, so we all partake of the
Fill that one like
I
that we
want to
drank
say
that couple
the
times.
for ale it
Fill
was
that
like
one like
20
you drank
gallons.
with mayo
No,
instead.
I can't remember how many gallons of ale it was. I just know it's but
So either way, yeah, I think we
It's a
help
party
see them
drink.
off, and we will call it there tonight.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us this evening.
woo!
And we'll see you next time. A few people short, but not forgotten.
Never forgot.
Never forgot.
Never forgotten.
Who are you?